Hi, this is Roberta Barrett at the Loyalty Brands Discovery Day in Virginia Beach in the Summit at the end of September. And we are here with a legend in our business. His name is Ken Leese. Ken, thanks so much for stopping by the podcast desk and saying hi to us.
My pleasure, Roberta.
So, Ken, can you tell us a little bit about your history with John Hewitt and how you came about meeting him?
Sure. In 1994, I was working for an accounting firm and didn't really enjoy my work. So I was looking for something else to do, and I knew I enjoyed the tax preparation part of my job. So I continued, thinking, all right, what can I do in tax preparation? And I was like, oh, H&R Block. Great. I called H&R Block and said, hey, do you have any franchises for sale? And they said, yeah, we've got a few in these very remote locations, nowhere close to where I lived. And then I said, oh, okay. So I kind of tabled it and put that aside. And then later that winter, Entrepreneur Magazine came out and named Jackson Hewitt the #1 tax brand, franchise tax brand.
Wow.
So I inquired about it, and that started the process.
So you inquired about it, then someone contacted you. When did you end up meeting John?
I met John for the first time when I went to training in Virginia Beach. That was probably November 1994.
Wow. So tell us about the first couple years of owning a tax franchise. How was it?
Well, it was actually very good. You know, in those days, the RAL market was fairly new and it was growing very fast. And if you opened an office in the right area, you were sure to do a bunch of refund anticipation loans and draw people to your office.
So fast forward with us from 1994 to now, right? Lots have happened in between. How many stores did you end up having with Jackson Hewitt?
The most I had in 1 year was 102.
Wow.
I think that was about 1999. But for my when my kids were born in 2002, I started downsizing, and probably for the last 10, 12 years had about 45 stores in the Philadelphia area.
Philadelphia. Is that where you're from?
I'm from southern New Jersey, which
I know
is just
that.
outside.
Just a test. So tell us what you're doing now and how you came to find and connect with John again.
Well, John and I have always stayed in touch over the years. When we met back in 1994, we realized we were both tennis fans. So we always played tennis, and John also played chess and I played chess. So we've, kept in touch because of tennis and chess over the years. And we always kind of talked about what each is doing. And in 2017, when I left Jackson Hewitt, I asked John what he was doing, and he said, hold that thought for a minute. And he told me he would let me know he was looking at something that would be interesting to me. And lo and behold, I found out he was getting involved in another tax brand. The company's called ATAX. And as soon as my non-compete ended, I jumped on board.
Awesome. So tell us about your ATAX experience so far. Now you're an area representative.
Yes, I'm an area representative for both ATAX and Ledgers, which is another tax and accounting brand. And I was actually a franchisee also my first year last year. And this year I'm focusing more on becoming or doing more of the area representative stuff. Yep.
Tell us about your first 2 stores or 3 stores that you had with ATAX.
Yeah. So, one store I inherited, there was a franchisee in Cherry Hill, New Jersey that, came in prior to my involvement, and, she's still a franchisee and she likes it and does fairly well for herself. And then I added an Atlantic City office and have just recently sold that office to a new franchisee who was a prior employee of mine. So that's very exciting. Her name's Holly Allen. And then I also had a office in Pennsauken, New Jersey, which I just recently sold to another former employee of mine, Maritza Alston. So I'm excited for both them.
Yes, we are too. We just met them yesterday at the training. So where do you see the next 2 years with ATAX? What are your plans?
Rapid growth. That's all I can say is I see the brand just taking off over the next 2 to 5 years. Just people are going to start recognizing the brand. I think in conjunction with the market that we particularly do well in, the Latino market, and the growth in population in that market, it's the two together are going to be like lightning in a bottle. So looking forward.
Well, you're like lightning in a bottle to us.
Thank
and we
you.
are blessed to have you with us here at Loyalty Brands,
Thank you,
ATAX,
Roberta.
and Ledgers. How would everybody get a hold of you? Through your email or find you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, of course.
Okay.
Email. My email is Leese, Leese at atax.com. And my cell phone is 609-254-1040.
1040.
Yeah,
Really?
1040.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks so much, Ken, for stopping by the podcast. You were a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, Roberta.